Away and running. A tangled start for the five. La Santa Clara at 5-2. Cowgirl Hop pings first. Paul's Tricky Tail is right there chasing the speed. And these two ladies hook up early as they round this first turn. And a cozy third already is Don't Deny Me, going out very wide as Life's a Winding Road. And La Santa Clara has to overcome a terrible start. She's last of the five. They race down to the 6 furlong point, and a new leader is Paul's Tricky Tail. Shows the way by 3/4 of a length. Cowgirl Hop is right there on hold with a patiently ridden second, while a ground saving trip as well. Don't Annoy Me's trying to settle in third, has no excuses today, while Life's a Winding Road is settled in that fourth place position, and La Santa Clara is only 6 lengths off the lead. They race down to the half-mile pole, and Paul's Tricky Tail going as slow as she can for as long as she can, but is hounded every step of the way by a pesky presence that is Cowgirl Hop. Don't Annoy Me's ready to play her hand deep on the track. Life's a Winding Road, and La Santa Clara's made up a lot of ground with 3 furlongs to go. Paul's Tricky Tail slowly slipping away from the opposition to lead a length and a half. Don't Annoy Me's now a clear-cut second. Cowgirl Hop tries to re-rally. La Santa Clara's running a big race today, and very wide once again on the far outside is Life's a Winding Road. Homeward bound now, Paul's Tricky Tail still nursing a 2 length lead. La Santa Clara's made up a stack of ground, and deep on the track, Don't Annoy Me, Cowgirl Hop's resurgent at the fence. Four of them do battle at the 16th pole. They're all tired. Cowgirl Hop with a nose in front. La Santa Clara going from worst to first. La Santa Clara with a final surge to win. To be Cowgirl Hop, and then came Don't Annoy Me. Away and running. Good speed one from the inside from Kid You Not Today as a solo act passing the 7.5 furlong point. Great Faces is very deep on the track, and T We Not Pass saves ground to be in third as they negotiate the first turn. In between rivals, Conspiracy Fact is on hold to join third now. Salty Hair is second last, and What's to Blame is at the back of the pack. They leave the first turn, and Kid You Not has no pace pressure whatsoever on a sizzling day in the first state and shows the way a length and a half. But Great Faces starting to plug away in that second place position, and these two more or less have it to themselves as they pass the 5 furlong point. Conspiracy Fact works hard to hold third over Salty Air to the outside. Tiwi Not Pass continues to save a lot of ground, and What's to Blame's at the back of the pack. They race down to the 4. Kid You Not continues to lope along nice and easy and shows the way by 1 measured length. Great Faces is poised to pounce now in that second place position, and Conspiracy Fact rides that rail. Tiwi Not passes ground, saving Salty Air wide to no avail, and What's to Blame's been last throughout but starts to hit its best stride. Around the bend to the quarter pole they go. Kid You Not is bracing for the onslaught of challengers, and Great Faces is ready to poise now, and Great Faces takes the lead with that big white blaze and kicks for home. Here comes What's to Blame trying to split horses late, and Conspiracy Fact is in for the fight. Tiwi Not passes up the rail inside the final furlong. Great Faces still has a winning break. Conspiracy Fact chases, so does What's to Blame, and Tiwi Not Pass. Great Faces is a 5-1 winner over Conspiracy Fact, What's to Blame, and Tiwi Not Pass. away and running. It was a nice smooth start. Avita was a beat slow to go, but Sergeant Molly sprung first. The gang that sang is right there chasing the speed, and Avita's now right there in a perfect position as they move in front of us on this first occasion. Known as Tiramisu is climbing hard in that fourth place position. Compass Rises broke on the rail and is four deep, and Heavenly Appointed is very wide, and they line up across the track as they go around the first turn, and the favorites having a trouble trip. Heavenly Appointed was at least six deep leaving the first turn. 6 furlongs out from the winning line, and Sergeant Molly saves all kinds of ground and the lead's only a neck. But she has company today. The gang that sang is right there on a snug hole too, and known as Tiramisu is right there creeping closer too with those no hind shoes today. And Avita's a ground saving fourth. There's only 2.5 to cover tip to tail. Compass Rises in fifth, and Heavenly Appointed is wide again at the half-mile pole. So they lurk towards the 3.5 furlong point, and Sergeant Molly's going very slow but has the lead, and the lead's only a neck. The gang that sang with the leading jockey up is right there poised to strike with 3 furlongs to go. Known as Tiramisu has a flared nostril in third. Evita rides that rail. Compass Rises in between rivals, and Heavenly Appointed is slingshotting past the back markers with a quarter to go. Sergeant Molly still has something saved, but now Heavenly Appointed is closing in despite covering a lot of ground. They turn for home. Sergeant Molly releases the brakes and she is kicked away to a 1.5 length lead. Evita comes probing up the rail. Heavenly Appointed in trouble once again. A 16th to go. Sergeant Molly leading. Evita surges past. Evita has won it. Over Sergeant Molly, Heavenly Appointed, and Compass Rises. Away and running. Good speed from Lawlessness today. Hustled away in that yellow cap as I'm Your Poppy, and he's on fire is right there too, and just plain ornery, a touch slow, but is right there as there's three of them across the track. So as the dust settles, coming away from the lead is Lawlessness. The lead's only half a length. Just plain ornery is pulling hard under the rider's hands, and I'm Your Poppy is very deep as they leave the first turn behind. He's on fire as a patiently ridden fourth in front of Spectrier, who's close in tow, and a distance last is Gabby's Big Notion. 5.5 furlongs to go, and Lawlessness controls the clock today, shows the way by one. Creeping closer up the fence as he's on fire, but still holding second is just plain ornery. A four-wide Spectre sensing a slower pace, and I'm Your Poppy gets closer too, and the pace picks up now, and nothing today from Gabby's Big Notion. Down to the 4 furlong pole they go, and now taking the lead is I'm Your Poppy, three deep on the track. Spectators right there is trying to press past the speed. Just plain ornery's in for the fight. Lawlessness had a steady a little bit, and now he's on fire, tries to pass that rival. 5/16 to go, and Spectre comes calling for the lead. I'm Your Poppy tries to counter that attack in second, and just plain ornery scrapes paint. Wide trip for he's on fire. Homeward bound they are, and Spectre well off the rail, but still has a sizable advantage. He's on fire, starting to make inroads down the center of the track. They're inside the final furlong, and Spectre still nicely clear. He's on fire, tries the battle for second with just plain ornery, and I'm Your Poppy nearing the finish at 8-5. Spectre was second to none. I'm Your Poppy second, just plain ornery third, and he's on fire was fourth. Away and running. Good speed on the inside from Smart with Heart. Cappadocia, the long shot showing good early toe. And also in the thick of it is Sweet Summer Love. Old Bay is wide down the back of the track. And now in fifth position is Bows and O's. Tracking in six is Mischiefness. Second last up the inside is Will Pick. And last of all is Doesn't Hurt to Flirt. Three of them do battle as they pass the 3.5 furlong station. Smart with Heart rides that rail. Cappadocia's right there breathing down that rival's neck. And Old Bay sizing up the both of them. There's a gap of three back to Bows and O's. Deep on the track is Sweet Summer Love. And Doesn't Hurt to Flirt comes under a ride. Around the bend with that quarter pole in sight. And Old Bay comes calling for the lead. Smart with Heart will try to fight this one off. And Bows and O's is closing sweetly down the outside. They're into the stretch. The rail belongs to Smart with Heart. Old Bay has a nose in front. And Bows and O's is slowly grinding away at this one pace inside the 16th pole. Old Bay is pulling away. Bows and O's is making a late surge. Here's Bows and O's to win. To beat Old Bay, Smart with Heart, and Doesn't Hurt to Flirt. Gate. Away and running. Good speed today from Amelia's Legacy. Circle of Courage breaks with plenty of early zip, and Early Roses right there too. My Cajun Lady gets closer, and so does South Pacific. Perfect Danny, the one very reluctant to load, has two beaten, which is She's So Cool. And at the back of the pack early on is Island Belle. Around the first turn they go. It's a two-pronged affair, and Amelia's Legacy is the leader, but that leads only a no to South Pacific. And these two go toe-to-toe past the 6 furlong point. Advantage South Pacific. Amelia's Legacy is right there, battling back up against the fence. They trade punches past the 5.5. And My Cajun Lady shares third with Early Rose, who has the run of the race. There's a gap of 5 back to She's So Cool, who's tracking in between rivals. Circle of Courage rides the rail. Deep on the track is Perfect Danny, and Island Barrel has to come with a big close. Passing the 4 furlong point in South Pacific now has the lead, and the lead is won. Early Rose is ready to pounce on the both of them, and that includes My Cajun Lady, and Amelia's Legacy slowly drops away. Perfect Danny's on the prowl from that 5th place position. Circle of Courage is mounting a bid. She's So Cool needs to pick it up, and nothing from Island Belle. The quarter pole fast approaches for this three-pronged attack, and South Pacific continues to lead the charge, and South Pacific turns first at the top of the stretch. Early Rose has no excuses today, is only 1.5 lengths off the leader, and they race for home. South Pacific desperately clinging to the lead. Early Rose is ready to attack, so is My Cajun Lady. Circle of Courage moves into 4th inside the final 16th of a mile, and My Cajun Lady tries to inherit the lead. Early Rose battles right back. Early Rose perhaps got it a nose to My Cajun Lady, and South Pacific was third. Still to set. Away and running. Nice level start. Good speed in the center of the track for Reckless Kelly today. The rail is Stern Chaser, and 3 paths deep is Mademoiselle Jackie. And Fearless Christie is right there in the hunt and smartly gets over to save a lot of ground. So that's the first division. The second division is Blonde Samaritan chasing in fifth with Sister Cloudy sixth. UN's is second last, and Tito's Change My Luck is last of all. Around the first turn they go. Reckless Kelly has no pace pressure whatsoever and is under a nice relaxed gallop too, shows the way by 1 as they race past the 5.5. Mademoiselle Jackie is right there in second, and eager to go is Blonde Samaritan, and Blonde Samaritan's going to take over the lead. So those three kick on for the backstretch run. Tracking in fourth position is Stern Chaser, and Fearless Christie teams up with her. Those are the first 5 as UN's tracks in sixth. There's a gap of 2 back to Sister Cloudy, and Tito's Change My Luck comes under a loose rein past the 3.5. So they race towards the far turn run, and Blonde Samaritan still in hand, and now in command past the 3, shows away a length and a half. Mademoiselle Jackie emerges from out of the crowd to take up the chase. Reckless Kelly stays at the rail, needs to dig deep and find more. Stern Chaser's on the hunt, but needs to go now, and block for a run as UN's, and UN's is closing in sweetly as they turn to the top of the stretch. Blonde Samaritan is kicked away to a 3-length lead. Mademoiselle Jackie takes up the chase, and here comes UN's, and UN's on attack mode now. Blonde Samaritan still leading. UN's is closing inch by inch. Stern Chaser up and over the top. In traffic late, but it's Stern Chaser. Stern Chaser! In a win photo with Blonde Samaritan and UN's. They're set. Away and running. Good start for Clever Tiger today. Ruby's Flash also showing some good early toe, and so is Play Hard. Style Me Royal is right there in the thick of it too, and so is Street Rockin', and those are the first 5 as the dust settles. Second last is the favorite Work Hard, and the early trailer is Subscribed. Around the first turn they go. Play Hard's the leader, with 6.5 furlongs to go, shows the way by a length and a quarter. Tracking in second is Ruby Flash with no excuses today, and right there against the fence is Clever Tiger, who's ready to roll, but the jockey says no, not yet. Street Rockin' travels sweetly in fourth, and very wide is Style Me Royal. Work Hard has some pace to chase on a very hot day, and Subscribe is last of all. There's been no twist to the plot. They're down to the 4.5, and Play Hard continues to show the way. The lead's a length and a half, while Ruby's Flash keeps tabs on that speed in second. Clever Tiger comes under a ride, not responding as of yet. Street Rockin' takes that position away. Style Me Royal gets a few niggles to stay with the speed. Work Hard starts to close in from a tearaway leader. That's Play Hard, and still last is Subscribed around the turn, and Play Hard has opened up a daylight lead. Street Rockin' now claims second. Ruby's Flash has no more to give, and Work Hard starts to mount a bid, but has 8 lengths down at the top of the stretch. Play Hard's the leader, but for how long? Work Hard is taking a giant chunk away from that leader inside the final furlong. Play Hard is still on top, a leg-weary leader. Work Hard continues to close in inch by inch. There's yards to the finish. Play Hard still holding. Work Hard is still chasing. Play Hard has won it. Work Hard was second. Street Rockin' was third. Photo for fourth. That might go to Style Me Royal.